Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter down here, Park Street Station. Boston Fire Department performed a tech rescue. Believe a person has deceased on the pit in the pit. I'm not too sure of all the details, but I'm hearing on multiple channels a person has been declared deceased on the pit of the train. They're not saying which one it is, but try to get more details as we can. A lot of action over here, so let's see what we have. And I believe it's on the red line sign. I'm not 100% sure, but let's see what we have.
Nothing that's coming yet. Yeah, they're gonna try.
They're gonna stop. I think are they gonna be busting all the? Are they busting everybody? They're busting everybody. Okay, cool.
It's gonna be 559.
Let's see what else we got going on. So transit police is going to be doing a full investigation, but I think transit police are not capable of doing their own investigation. Might have to call in NTSB on this one.
Yeah, K195, people running from the
Unlock.
Yeah, we have a 66-year-old male injured from a fall who wants to go to the hospital.
Lock.
So there.
Where are they?
210 Bennington.
See what they got over here. So as it stands now, they're going to be using shuttle buses to do the green line for the remainder of the investigation. Crime scene services for the transit.
We're gonna be tied up here for a while.
Let's see what we got going on this side over here. Allegedly, one person, we're not sure if he was struck by the train or what's going on. So we're still looking for more details. Give you guys some footage and see what we got going on here.
Oh my God.
Local media is gonna probably make their way down here, so we'll see what they have when they get here.
Company's clear, 714.
714, on the Kilo 22.
So this is
over by Deer Road.
you're a public official. The T wants transparency, so you need to tell the public what's going on. What's going on with the transit system?
White males.
Well, you need to tell the people what's going on with the transit system. That's what you need to do. You guys realize you're public officials, correct? So we got to know what's going on with the transit system. So is it okay to go down there? See, she's denying the public access.
You gotta, where you going? On the right line. 26.
See, the thing is, they want transparency, but they don't want to do their jobs. So when you ask a person a question, I'm just giving the information to the public. And if they don't want to be on camera, then they pick the wrong job to be in. So allegedly, we have a deceased person. We're not too sure if they're on the tracks or what, but trying to figure that out now. So apparently it looks like they're on the red line, because the red line is what's blocked off. The shuttles are upstairs. So there should be T officials down here telling them that, rather than them not worrying about who's being on camera. They got one person over there that's. Now, when Mayor Wu says she wants transparency and accountability, she wants it on the T as well. She wants it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mayor. You want transparency throughout the whole entire system. So apparently it's on the red line because they got all the red line.
Believed to be a 6 month old.
All the red line is blocked off.
On scene. If we could just have EMS for precautionary reasons.
Not too sure what exactly happened. Here, actually, before I leave out here, let me show you something real quick. I want to show you. So the red line is definitely in the red line because they did say the pit. So. Check that out right now, but I just want to.
Operations on the Kilo 414.
Oh, I should actually let you in. Go ahead.
Gold 910.
Gold 910.
The unit's up on Tremont Street at Park. How's that traffic looking? 414.
Can you check out a complaint of possibly illegally parked RV 180?
So what we have so far is there has been
We had
a fatality on the tracks, and this is the wake of the federal government doing an investigation on the transit system as well. So all this is going to play into the MBTA. How safe is the MBTA really? And you know,
Like you called the DS. I have that.
and I'm curious to know what they say because it's impossible for them to find it safe.
Operations on the Delta 425
So-
and the 499.
They're busing anybody trying to go on the red line. They're busing them to
425
I guess the next stop.
99 if you can assist him. Can you head
News
over to
media
the
is
lobby
showing
to
up.
complaint at Claremont Park? We'll back to leave a couple calls for it.
What's going on, my man?
How you been?
All right,
What you up to these days?
doing my thing, man.
Where you been?
I've been hanging around. I'm everywhere. No. Well, I'm gonna say yes.
No, that's it. Unique.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. That's what do you think I meant? Huh? What did you think I meant?
Nothing.
No, I said, well, unique.
Yeah.
How you been?
All right, good.
I haven't seen you. I thought maybe you said hasta la vista. Or not yet.
Not yet. All right, my man. Be safe. So that's what we have here. We have a major investigation now. Looks like one life has been lost on the red line. Came in as a tech rescue, and they said in the pit, but it said Park Street. So I kind of figured if it's the pit, it has to be the red line, because the green line technically doesn't have a pit. It has tracks.
L103.
So everybody's going to be taking buses.
EDP, it says 100 Legends Way, the Causeway entrance.
A lot of people are going to be taking buses. I'm not too sure how they're doing it. Let me see if I can ascertain like how they're doing it. They may be taking them to the next red line stop, because they shut down the red line in both directions, I believe. So they got northbound on this side.
Downtown crossing, right down the street, and you can access the train going southbound.
So the northbound side is down. That's what it sounds like. Looks like the southbound side is in effect. The northbound side is not in effect. That's what it looks like so far.
Inquire with whoever's driving their crime scene vehicle. It just needs to be pushed to the curb a little bit more because we have dead stop traffic on Tremont Avenue.
You said their crime scene vehicle?
A 4-year-old male.
Yeah, it's black Tahoe, plate 116.
Okay, I'll let them know.
So this is gonna be a lot of confusion for the next couple of hours.
40-year-old male, officer,
Was you guys down there when it happened?
See, okay, so look, we was about to go down there,
Uh-huh.
and then dude was like, "Oh no, don't go up, you guys gotta go back up." I could smell like the smoke from it trying to stop.
Uh-huh.
And then we started going up, and then we could hear he was like, "Go get the crime scene tape."
Oh, really?
So that's what we heard.
So you think the train hit him, or?
No, I heard that he didn't get hit. Well, I'm hearing two stories, but the one from I think somebody that was down there said that he fell in, that he kind of like went in, but he hit his head off something.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think he got hit. The train trying to stop. Yeah, from the train stopping.
Or the train hitting the brakes and trying to stop. I got you.
When the brakes hit.
Ah, okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, take care. Be safe out there.
Good night.
You too. So allegedly, he was not hit by the train, but he probably fell onto the third rail. We're not too sure.
Sandra, call me on the air when you're clear.
So it's a lot of chaos because it's just trying to get everybody situated and give them the right direction where they need to go. So I'm hearing that he was not hit by a train, but he was pronounced deceased on the track. So, and I did hear the fire department request the power to be disconnected on the third rail. So we're assuming that he might have died by the impact of a third rail. They do have the electricians down there checking out the tracks now. So this is going to be a heavy burden on the MBTA because they've been lacking for the last 5 years to provide public safety for the passengers on the subway as well as the bus system. This would be a wake-up call for all the other states to follow suit, to do the right thing.
Got up, walked away now. Can't plan up.
Yeah.
So this is what we have. If you're trying to get on the red line, going northbound, you were unable to do that because of the
Colorado 1553.
take a quick walk around and see what else we see out here. A lot of buses are being called from all over the city to come down here to take care of these routes right now. That's a lot of buses they're gonna need too, just so you guys know.
Fire alarm 52. Cancel your mask, please. They're gonna drive themselves.
I'm not sure if the T spokesperson is gonna come out for this or not, but in reality they should, because they need to let the public know what's going on. Let me take a quick walk over here while the light is semi in my favor. So we understand it is on the red line, and it's on the red line on Park Street Station side. What's going on, man? All right. Yeah, well, I got a YouTube channel, External Affairs Porter on YouTube.
What's it about?
Anything in the city, like stuff like this that's taking place, I just put on my YouTube channel. Good or bad? On my YouTube, yeah.
Of course, that's kind of not right. Kind of.
Say it again?
Recording the city,
Just activity in the city in general, like
Just activity.
Activity, right? Good and bad. Hopefully, I find good stuff. But if I don't find good stuff, it's the bad stuff. You know what I mean? This is not good because I guess someone what happened on the line. You know what I mean? All right, man. I'll talk to you. Be safe.
26, 25 Mr. Fox Drive.
25 Mr. Fox Drive, stop at 1004.
All I have is 36-year-old male, gray shirt, Celtic shorts.
So
They said he was at the Causeway entrance.
So this is gonna be a wow. I don't think the MBTA should even be investigating this incident, to be honest with you, because of what's been going on in the past. Now that the federal government is involved, this should be turned over to the federal government, because they technically could be tampered with evidence and we don't even know it. There's no oversight on this. That's the problem. The T should not be allowed to investigate themselves, and that's been a problem for years. When you allow us, people to investigate themselves, they're gonna find no wrongdoing. That's like if I rob a bank, I'm gonna say there's no wrongdoing because I'm investigating myself. Now, why would you find yourself guilty? It wouldn't make sense.
We're good for now. We're still standing by for a translator. Sully, you want me to come down there or stay up here? You can stay up there. We're good for now.
So there's quite a bit of activity going on right now till they get things situated. But as we know it, one person has been pronounced, I'm going to say allegedly because, it hasn't been made public, but, the information I received that a person has been deceased on the tracks. Now that could change. That's why we're going to say allegedly. They won't allow you down there to get any footage, and I can understand that.
Lotto 21 to return to quarters.
However,
Quarter 2312.
well, we're not going to say that.
17, call fire alarm.
17.
We're off the 353 Bowden. This looks like it's going to be the same accident if you guys get caught for 330.
We have that. 353 Bowden Street. 2313.
So the electricians are coming back out. I'm not too sure what their role was. Maybe their role was just to make sure there's no live power on the tracks.
Delta 441, Adam Robert, mileage 562.
With the patient.
560 with the patient. 2313.
I'm Wild 7 phone.
Alpha 103, man. Can you try doing a call back?
EMS, we have one patient second back. Lost police on scene.
One patient coming back.
What's going on, man?
PD on scene.
I'm gonna try.
2313.
All right, guys, I'm gonna give you a little bit more footage over here to kind of get an idea of what's going on. A little bit chaotic scene right now. Boston Police is trying to direct traffic as best as they can.
Alpha 103, CJ is making his way.
Thank you.
They're trying to find out what's the easiest route to get home. So that, you know, it's like, that's something you don't see in the city this time of day. Tractor trailer trying to back down the street there. That's kind of dangerous doing that. That's very dangerous on a busy street, guys. Did a pretty good job at it though. All right, guys. This is what we have so far. You know, serious accident on the T red line, northbound side. Sorry about the northbound side. If anything else comes up, we'll get back to you.
Answering ladder 7. Final point, tower line 10.
Tower.
On the call back, the woman states she is out of the elevator.
That's received, thank you.
2326.
The next train to North Station is now arriving. The next government center train arrives in 2 minutes.
Ladder 7, right? Ladder 7.
So they basically shut down. Say again?
You mind taking that upstairs to me?
Take it upstairs?
Yeah.
Isn't this the public area?
This is a public area.
Yeah.
We're not getting into this debate. Do you mind taking that upstairs to me? I'm asking you.
Oh, it's
No one's telling you. I'm asking.
okay.
You mind taking that
I'm just gonna get a couple more footage and I'll go upstairs. Because they want transparency on the T. So if you want to get transparency, you got to give the people access to what they need to get.
Listen, this is not a platform for you and your personal agenda.
It is. It's for
I'm just
safety
asking you to
for the
come upstairs.
transportation. And you're asking me, but it's not a lawful order. Just so you know. So when
That's
you
why I'm asking.
right. So when you ask me that,
Conversation's over.
all right. So have a good day. Don't interrupt the media. Thank you, sir. Now, the T's trying to cover up a lot of stuff, and they don't want transparency in the city. So when they try to block the media, it means they're trying to cover up stuff, and we got to stop that. Now, he asked me, so if you're asking me to do something and I refuse, I can legally refuse. Now, legally, I'm going to start using the law against the people that try to how you say it, block your First Amendment right. Anywhere you can legally be, you can record. Just so you guys know. If you can legally be there, you can record there. And if it's in a public space, you definitely could be there. And the one thing I gotta say about the transit police, they never want to answer any questions when you ask them questions about what happened, but they want to give you directives. And that's the reason why the transportation system is being investigated by the federal government, because they've been doing this for a long time. They've been covering up, they've been lying to the media, and they've been fabricating evidence. So when you start doing that, other people got to get involved. Now this is going to be one of the straws that breaks the camel's back, because they were not expecting the media to get a hold of this one.
555, orders.
555, orders. 2329.
And how are you doing on your fourth month on the job? How you doing?
I'm good.
You doing good?
Yeah.
You getting better at it?
I hope so.
There you go. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right. So this is probably the third fatality they had in this year alone, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, because I know they had one where the guy fell through the stairs.
Yeah. And then the guy in the...
The guy with the red line and this one here. So it's at least 3 that we know of.
Right.
There could be others that we don't know of.
Right.
So that's the problem. So now we gotta check the files.
Yeah.
Body missing a fire alarm, update 3MS, 65-year-old female, complaining of dizziness. I think she's got a faint.
And I honestly believe, now that the federal government is involved in this, the T should not even be investigating this at all.
Oh, really?
Because the federal government should be overseeing this. Because they just announced it last week that they were investigating the safety of the transit system. So if they're doing that, they should be involved in this investigation.
Right, and all of this down
Right.
to fatalities.
Exactly. This is not like a simple crime. This is a major crime.
Right.
I mean, whether we want to call it a crime or not, it happens.
Right.
You know, we
A
could call it
situation.
an incident or accident, but
Right.
it's a situation that did happen. But they call it crime. That's why you have on their vehicle it says crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say incident scene. It says crime scene.
Right.
So they're classifying it as a crime.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
If it was an accident, it would say accident scene.
Yeah.
I'm only just using logic.
Good logic.
It makes sense. That's what they're saying. They're saying it's a fatal. It hasn't been confirmed, but all different networks are saying it's fatal. They won't allow you on the platform of the red line, but you can go on the green line platform. But you know they don't like cameras. That's the whole thing. They don't like transparency.
You got down there with that camera. You say if I go down there with this camera, everybody sees. Like,
Well,
oh my God, big camera.
Yeah. Well, even this, they don't like to see it either because they don't like transparency. They don't want people to document what's going on. They like to point their own narrative. You know what I mean? They like to say what they want to say. Oh yeah. But see, the thing about it, you can't do that all the time. You know, you can't keep lying to the people all the time. Eventually, it's gonna come out. You know. But legally and lawfully, you can bring cameras on. I don't see why you can't bring cameras down there. You know, you're media. Media could go anywhere a public area can go.
Right. Well, I don't think it's actually.
That's public. It's public. It's public. MBTA, if it's funded by taxpaying dollars, it's publicly
But
owned.
they're owned by Keolis.
No. That's the commuter rail, but that's still public too because if any of your taxpaying dollars go towards funding that, that's publicly owned.
Right.
I mean, they can Mickey Mouse around it all they want, but it's publicly owned.
Yeah.
That's like saying this park is not publicly owned because a private donator gave some money to the city of Boston. It doesn't work that way.
We can go down there, but if it's like a crime scene,
Right.
then they close it off.
They don't want people to,
They close off the public streets for us.
Right.
You know?
Well, they want transparency, but they don't want to give it to us. I mean, it got to go both ways. It should go both ways.
432 relieved of 435. 17 call. I have 3 males, approximately 20 years old. Want to go to the hospital.
3 males, 20-year-old. Want to go to hospital for an eval. 2336.
Not sure of all the details, but allegedly one person has deceased on the.
Patty Alfie, it's clear for me to call her Charles and Beacon. Hysterical caller on the line. Says she lost track of her sister, 28-year-old. Any units in the area of the public garden. White female, blonde hair, blue eyes, 5'5", wearing a white top.
Well, we're not too far from the public garden. The public garden is right over there. All right, so this is what we have so far. A little bit chaotical because a lot of people are not used to taking the shuttles. Hey, what's up, man? All right, guys, I'm just gonna kind of pan around, give you an idea of what's going on. Like, not much else to report other than observation. What you see?
Alpha 432 right? Stay in the last half.
432.
And a lot of my viewers are going to say, oh, I can't say a lot of my viewers. Some of my viewers are going to say I'm being disrespectful to the police.
Okay, got it.
That's not being disrespectful when you challenge a law. Because if it's unlawful, then they should not be saying it in the first place. And that's the problem with a lot of people's society. They see people in authority and they tend to listen to them because they think they're in authority. But the authority is only good as if they're in line with the law. If you're not in line with the law, then the authority is not valid. That's like saying, I want you to do jumping jacks in the middle of the street. I can't force you to do that. That's not a law that tells you to do that. Now, if I was in a crime scene, or that's something totally different. If I was actually trying to go down to the red line platform where it's clearly roped off, that would be totally disrespectful to the law. But as long as I'm in a publicly accessible area, not impeding, obstructing anything, I can legally be there and I can legally record. And I wasn't trying to give the officer a hard time. That's why I asked him, is it a lawful order? Because a lot of you guys need to learn your rights. Years ago, the Boston police used to teach you your rights. They should teach you all the stuff you need to know about, you know, probable cause, reasonable suspicion, plain view doctrine, all that good stuff. They don't teach you that no more because they want you to get caught up into their mumbo jumbo. So they use legal terms to get you caught up. Like he asking you to do something. Asking you is not, and telling you is two different things. Now, when he tells you to do something, you ask him, is that a lawful order? And if he says yes, even if it's not, he technically could be violating your rights because he said it's a lawful order. Now, I don't want to get all caught up into that legal stuff, but there's a lot of legal stuff that you need to know about. It's the wording, it's how they use it. It's also based off of time, place, and manner. You know, there's a lot of stuff you got to look at. Now, I'm not a lawyer. By far, I'm not a lawyer. I know a little bit about the law, but I do know what you can do and what you cannot do. I know what's obstruction. Obstruction has to be physical. You cannot verbally obstruct. There's no such thing as you verbally obstructing. It has to be a physical obstruction. You have to be in the way of something, preventing the officer from doing something. You speaking is not obstruction. There's a lot more to it, but you know, you gotta kind of know your laws. And if you're not sure, back away, do the research. Then when you get refreshed, come back and challenge it. Now, I don't know everything. I will admit that, but I do ask a lot of questions. I do try to do a lot of research. I do allow a lot of input from my viewers and my friends and my co-workers as well. And if you think I'm being rude or disrespectful, you should not let people trample on your rights. Look at the abortion thing right now. If they did not challenge the Supreme Court, that would pass. Then women would not have the right to choose. Now, I'm not for an abortion, but I believe women should have the right to choose at the same time. I should not dictate to someone else how to use their body. And there's a lot of different scenarios that we can go through, so it's kind of complex. It's very, very complex. But I believe ultimately a woman should have a right to choose over her body. Just like you don't want nobody coming to your house telling you can't have steak tonight. You gotta only eat chicken. How would you like it if somebody came to your house and said, from now on, you cannot eat steak anymore. You gotta only eat chicken. But you love steak, but they telling you cannot eat steak at all. I mean, you got to think about it. Like, control is control. Whatever form it is, it's still control. And I don't want to rant and rave, but I just had to get that out there. And I won't cut and edit. It would be as I said it. If I messed up, some of my viewers will correct me, and I would apologize. Hopefully I don't do it again. But if you see something I did or said wrong, leave it in the comments like most people do, and let me know what I did wrong, and I'll see if I can correct my behavior. We all don't. This is not rehearsed, guys. Just so you know, this is what happens on the street. So there's no time to rehearse this. This is as you see it. You know, a lot of emotions are going in place. A lot of, you know, people are uptight, and you give them their space, you give them their respect, but you don't let them violate your rights at the same time.
21, I'm going to head up to the comments to get to them. The person is interested. If you can give me their exact location.
All right, so there's a lot of activity going down here downtown. And I usually don't venture downtown, but there is a lot of stuff going on down here. So I've been on here for about 36 minutes.
Minus 26, do you have any ETA fully?
Delta 912.
912.
Yeah, you have the 431 sign on here. Sure, take care of that.
Signal.
Delta 910, can you take me off the public garden assisting?
I have it.
Because they were asking for an ETA, fire department. I know they vehicle hit a pole.
Okay, you can let fire know that Terry will be out shortly to take care of that.
If you have any gold units can log on or clear. The citizen security app is reporting that they got a call, they got a report of shots fired in the area of 48 Sumner Street about 10 minutes ago.
So Boston police are heading up to the Boston, I guess you call that the Boston Gardens over there? Is that what they call it? Public Gardens. So they're looking for a missing person over there. Allegedly, she got lost from her sister. Not too sure what happened over there. But there's a lot of stuff going on. Just this area alone, there's so much stuff going on. A lot of confusion because a lot of people are not expecting to get off and not be able to get on the red line. Typically, you get off the Park Street green line, switch to the red line, and head home. Now it's going to take you another 30 to 40 minutes to get back on track.
Ma'am, I'm at Charles and Beacon. Can you ask this person to come to the police car with the lights on, please?
I will try her best.
Old 101 officer, north 20, I think that's, what is it, 45 something, you said?
A 48 Sumner, and this was secondhand info to the citizen security app.
Old 911, no actual 911 calls.
A lot of confusion. A lot of people confused.
No 911 calls. Apparently this caller called the citizen security app. Reported it to them.
I mean, I think they should have like jumbotrons in front of the station. Put like maybe right up on top of that sign there and just tell people the details. If they're investing, I think they're investing $6 billion in infrastructure for the MBTA. They invest in that much money. They should invest in, real-time messaging systems that tell people what's going on with audio and video. I mean, it's not hard to do. If you're gonna spend this guy's doing more work than the transit people. No red line service. It's full. Yeah, they're bringing a lot of people. The red line is a busy line. It's a very busy line. It's busier than any other line. Oh, the green line, yeah, you're right. The green line is busy. You're correct. But the red line is even more busy.
Where do we get the shuttle?
The shuttles are down here, all the way down the end. Just check the buses because they got different destinations.
All shuttles to my right.
All shuttles are down there. All the red line shuttles in that direction.
17 hours, thank you.
No worries. Thank you, my friend.
I was gonna cut the video. I just keep it running because just to see what's going on around here. Be interesting to, you know,
Red line is down there.
Now, all shuttle buses to my right.
all the way down.
All shuttle buses to my right.
You gotta go all the way down because they're all the way down there. The shuttle buses.
All the way down?
Yeah, see those buses down there, that whole row? Just walk down there. The reason why they're parking so far because it's gonna be a long line of them.
How many buses are down here now?
I got 4. I see 4 from here. It could be more, but I can only see 4 from this angle. Let me see if I can zoom in because sometimes my vision is not the best. It looks like it's about 4 buses down there.
All shuttle buses down to my right, please. All shuttle buses down to the right.
There's no red line service, just so you guys know. No red line service, just so you know.
79 Warrington, you got it?
There's no red line service, just so you guys know. This could be confusing though. I can see how it could be, you know, trying to figure out which way you're going, north or south. And I believe north and south is shut down at Park Street. I could be wrong, but it looks like north and southbound is shut down at Park Street.
No red line service. Green line is downstairs.
This guy should be a T spokesman right here. He's doing a heck. I remember him for
All buses
years.
down to my right.
This gentleman is doing a great job out here. He's doing a public service for the people.
Investigate the alarm. 115 Southampton Street for the lobby and the training room. So 115 Southampton Street headquarters. Okay, ladder 4. How's it 115 Southampton? 2347.
All the way down to the right. All the way down for shuttle buses.
That appears to be a touring bus with a trailer attached to it on a private parking lot by the
All shuttle buses to the right. All the way down there to the right.
Engine 14, so ladder 4, you return.
I have it. I have 614.
Go ahead, thank you.
Years ago, I used to listen to the Orange Line and Red Line transit trains. I kind of stopped listening to that because it just tells them about, you know, stuff on the tracks and trains delayed, stuff like that. But I might start listening to it again to see exactly what's going on down there. You know, they have their own channel, their own frequency. Sometimes it's interesting depending on what you're listening to. Get more buses coming down. Be careful there. This guy ran out in the middle of the street.
Shuttle buses to the right, over here. Over here, all shuttle buses to the right. All shuttle buses to the right for the red line. All shuttle buses to my right, please. Shuttle buses all to my right.
There's no red line service. I'm the shuttle bus. That's fine. Only the red line is
Green line's okay, red line's not okay. They don't update their apps anyway. Is on the app? That's the problem. The MBTA never updates the app. They should, but they don't. And that's a good question. Why they have an app? They don't update it, right? Why have an app if you're not going to update your app? It should be real time. It should be real time information on the app. Where you guys trying to get to? You trying to get to a train station? The shuttles are down there, but just some of them are going northbound, some of them are going southbound. Just find which way they're going.
All shuttle buses to my right. Right around to my right. All right, thank you.
Minus 26, return 324.
Helping out a little bit, trying to slow in here.
Oh, all right. I just want to make sure you're aware of the situation with red line.
Oh, yeah, we just came from there.
Did he ask you, are you all right?
Huh?
Did he ask you, are you all right?
Yeah.
Why did he ask you that question?
I don't know.
That's a good question. You're standing right there minding your business, and he asks you, are you all right? I don't know why he's doing that. He needs to. I know he's a rookie, but he shouldn't do that. He really shouldn't do that to the public. This gentleman's just minding his own business. You know, he's telling people shuttle buses to the right. He's not bothering nobody. And the police officer literally asked him, was he all right? Now that's not right. That's not right. He shouldn't. See, that's the problem when people harass the public like that.
Yeah, all the way down to my right.
I'm gonna ask him why he said that too, because there has to be a reason why he asked him that. Now, I hate to bother people, but I don't like when people harass people like that. That's not right. This gentleman is doing his public service. He's telling the people where to go, because some people don't have information where to go. And this police officer asked him, is he all right? Officer, I got a question for you. Why did you ask this gentleman, is he all right?
1724 Washington Street for Central Station Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
I just want to make sure that they're aware.
They're aware of what?
The situation with the red lines.
Okay, he's been here for the last 20 minutes telling people where to go. Okay, but if you would have been standing there where you were talking right there, you would have heard him telling the people to the right the shuttle buses are there.
Okay, but I didn't hear him.
You didn't hear him?
No.
Okay. I got you on camera standing right there.
Okay.
And he's standing right there, and I'm over here. I can hear him.
Okay, that's because you're focused on him. I'm not.
I'm focused on, but now that's a good question you said that. Police officers are supposed to be focused on everything.
Exactly, and I'm doing the best that I can,
So,
right?
I know you're new at it. How long
I'm
you been?
not new at it.
How long you been in the force?
Probably longer than you have been.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay. If that's the case, you should be better than me. You should be better than me if you've been on the force longer than I have. You should be better than me.
Okay, all right.
Now you should be better. You should do better. Trust me. For the public, you should do better. I mean, this gentleman has been here for the last 20 minutes selling people to the right, and I've been watching him. He's doing a great job. He's standing right there. There's no way you cannot hear him from here to here. It's impossible that you can't hear him. Right? You hear me, right? Good man. Take care, buddy. Be safe. Now, he even heard me. But the shuttle buses are all the way down there to the end. Just walk all the way down. See, that's the other problem. There's no one giving people enough information. There are some ambassadors over here, which I understand, but it's not enough of them giving the correct directions. Like it's almost impossible for them to give directions to all the public people coming from different directions. You got people coming from across the street over here. You got people down there that don't know what buses to get on. This gentleman is doing a good job. I seen him out there directing people. And there's a young lady over here directing people as well. But, like, in my opinion, it's not enough people giving the instructions because it's confusion. Now, I'm just observing. I was going to cut the stream off, but I figure I want to document what's going on down here. Now it's interesting that he said that he's been on the force for a long time. Because I was giving him the credit as being an officer, maybe 3 or 4 years on the job. He doesn't know any better. But by him saying he's been on the job longer, thus saying that he should have more experience. He should be more observant, more understanding, more vigilant. You know, they teach you that in the academy, by the way, just so you know. You got to be observant. You got to look at your surroundings all around. You know, try to identify what you see around you. What's a threat, what's not a threat. What's suspicious, what's not suspicious. By the way, suspicious is not a crime, just so you know, but suspicious could be alarming.
I know.
How you doing, man? What's happening? Hey, what's happening? Now, I seen this officer around, so I'm assuming, you know, he's a young man. He looks like he's an educated young man, but he just needs some more training. I'm not gonna give him a hard time, but you know, I have talked to him before, and you know, later on I might, matter of fact, I might talk to him later on before and just. How you doing, man? What's going on, man? Chilling, man. Chilling.
You're making history,
What's
bro.
going on, man?
You're making history.
I'm making history?
Yeah, look at you.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
What's going on?
Yeah,
You capturing the beautiful women?
I'm catching everything.
Look at that. Look at that.
I don't
You're
focus-
missing out. You're missing out.
Well, I focus on him just for a second. I focus at him.
Capture, you know what I mean? Not this violence. Violence is everywhere, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Violence is everywhere.
But the three women,
The three. I give them 5 minutes of YouTube fame just for you.
look at that.
It's 5 minutes of YouTube fame. How that sound?
See, you know what you're talking about.
All right. Everybody has a voice on my platform. Just so you know. Everybody has democracy. The rule of the people. There you go. All right, my man. Be safe. That's one thing about me. I'm not. I don't. How you say it? I'm not against somebody exercising their freedom of speech because, I mean, it's their right to speak. Now, if they're cussing and swearing, I don't like to post that kind of stuff, even though it is legal and lawful. But, you know, it just sets a bad, you know, a bad vibe. I'm not a person that swears and cuss. However, I do swear when I occasionally here and there, not as much as other people do, but you know, maybe once in a while a cuss word might come out. Try not to though, if I can help it. Now, see, there's certain things I don't want to say because it might ruffle a lot of feathers. So I'll keep my some comments to a minimum. And one of my viewers has said I was a ball buster. I can't bust balls if balls are not there. And this is in light of the T having a lot of, when I say a lot of breaches of, we'll call it breaches of safety. You know, the red light incident is a major incident. And it seemed like a lot of the accidents happened on the red line, ironically. I'm not going to comment on that right now. It'll come out. That'll all come out. Upper management has a big role in this, just so you guys know. Upper management, I will say this part. Upper management is getting paid a lot of money, like 6 figures, for doing nothing. Upper management is getting paid a lot of money for doing nothing at all. I'll say that part. And a lot of their jobs are not necessary. We'll put it that way. And the other thing I will say, they harass the employees on a regular basis. Now that's a fact. We don't have to even debate that. We don't have to even go any further. Upper management harass the employees on a regular basis. They taunt them. They do evil, malicious things to them. Some destructive things, you know. We're not even gonna go to all the details. They do a lot of stuff. Upper management is harassing the employees a lot. And that's why the T drivers and the T conductors are stressed out because they have to deal with the public as well as upper management. Now that, we're gonna leave it at that. The There's more to it, but we'll leave it right there. We just need the right employee to come out and speak their mind, and then it'll be a domino effect from there. Same as the school department, you know. Upper management is upper management. They all do the same thing. I don't know why this is out of focus. Oh, I see why it's out of focus. How about that? Is that better? I'm gonna pause this for a little bit. If anything else comes up, I'll get back to you guys. But right now, this is what we have. We have the major incident on the red line, Park Street Station. Hey, I wasn't trying to bust your balls, by the way.
Yes, you were.
You think so?
Yes, I think so.
Hold on, I'm gonna shut this off. We'll talk off camera. So what we have is the medical examiner has just arrived right over here at the Park Street Station.
Just 4 friends that just trying to put an intoxicated friend in an Uber that was
That was the Morris Street, sir.
Oops, sorry.
This one's going to south, right? The south.
So that's what we have down here so far. The medical examiner has arrived to remove the body from the tracks. They, from what I understand, they have taken multiple pictures and documentation, and the medical examiner is going to be removing the body shortly off the tracks. This is the state, called the state medical examiner's office. That's what we call it.
maybe give up Freeman and Nicole.
Thank you.
Somehow this focus is off. I don't know why. I gotta change these settings when I get a chance. I'm gonna keep rolling until the medical examiner comes up, and then after that, everything's gonna pretty much be back to normal. It won't be back to normal 100%. There will be more guys investigating, but at least the major activity will be over at that point.
Alpha Base?
Alpha
The
Base.
shuttle bus is all the way down there. You just gotta go all the way down, yeah. There's some going northbound and southbound. Just find out which way they're going. Because if they jump on any bus, they will be sending them in the wrong direction for sure. And it's very important to ask a lot of questions. I'm trying to get that word there. I'd be saying ask, but it's ask. So I'm gonna try to get my pronunciation right. There's a lot of words I don't pronounce properly, and I got to get to the hang of pronouncing the words properly. It's very important to ask a lot of questions, because there's no crime in doing that. I mean,
Good morning. calling? If you want to head over to 207 Porter Street from State Police, Embassy Suites, looking for removal.
Get a lot of.
Alpha 910 can give the 660 Washington Street a 12 call, please.
Will do, thank you.
Shuttle buses are down there, all the way down. For the red line. For the red line, shuttle buses all the way down the end.
Want to make themselves known. There's nothing showing.
They're going both. The MIT, yeah. Yeah, some are going northbound, some are going southbound. Cambridge down there too. Just find out which bus it is, because there's buses going northbound and there's not buses going southbound. Just ask the bus operator which way they're going.
File, I'm out of 26. In case you get up and walk away, return at 553.
3, Robert, Charlie, Robert. There's a mix-up with the cruiser. Can you log off the 421 Alpha from this?
Like this is a major incident, whether we want to say it or not. It's a pretty major incident. When someone loses their life, it's definitely a major incident.
Alpha 203, we're Oceanora. Can you take us off on a code 19 at the Chinatown gate?
203 Chinatown gate, go ahead.
There's still a lot of activity down here, even though most of the excitement is over. There's still a lot of activity down here.
If I'm here later than 1:30, just because I won't be.
Kilo gate, cool.
Now that they're here, that is.
Verizon Detail A1, midnight to 6 a.m. 4240. Verizon Detail A1, midnight to 6 a.m. 4240. Off hold channel 17 minutes.
17.
That one we were talking about when we first got on the show. Yeah, that was. Yesterday. Today. So I believe it was yesterday. Yesterday, okay. This one was yesterday too, so we got
Kilo 498 on.
anyone that's going that way, they get the street. Okay, so anybody going north, to downtown, right? Anybody going south, buses, are they just into northbound buses? Yeah.
So they just changed the rules now. Anybody going north, catch the bus. Anybody going south, catch the downtown crossing train. Walk down to downtown crossing. So anybody going south have to walk down to downtown crossing. Anyone going north have to walk down to the shuttle bus. That's what they're saying now.
Call 499.
499?
He did not wish to speak with you. He was just, I guess he was down there the other night when the pedestrian was struck. And is just concerned that it may happen again.
Okay, we have that. I'll give that an 8-4. You can take myself in the 411 off 163 Lexus.
These guys work for the T, so they should know better how the line works. North and south, inbound, outbound. Like, I know which way to go if I'm going to the stops, but north and southbound, it's easy to figure out which is north and which is south. North is going north of Boston, south is going south of Boston. So they're gonna move the vehicle to the other side so they could get the body out of there. Cause this one is not elevator accessible. So they're gonna move to the elevator accessible side.
Guys taking the red line? Yeah. Davis North.
The clerk has stated that she no longer needs our assistance. We'll give you a 14 call. You can send notes on us.
Florida Police 6, we're going to be Charlie Robert.
That's fine. He's got here and then.
Kilo 202.
I will. Give me something. Give me something.
A loud party, 19 Radnor Road in the back.
Gold 2-1. Sorry, you're looking for Barbara sit down to you? 2-1, we're just trying to clear up the board. 14 call on the line. If you need something else, we can take care of it. Just take a lot of plates, 60 South Street. Please. Could you just check the area of student Jamon to check on yourself?
Like I said, we're not too sure of all the details, how he ended up on the tracks, what transpired. But we do know he did end up on the tracks, and he was pronounced deceased on the tracks. Like I said, I don't know all the details. Did he trip? Did he fall? Was he pushed? We don't know all the details. So it's a pending investigation. We're not even sure if, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that is questionable.
Kilo 104 approaching on.
Echo.
Delta K1 volt.
Echo.
Once again, this is the state medical examiner's office, removing the body that was pronounced deceased on the red line. I believe it was the northbound side of the tracks. I could be wrong on that because I'm not too sure exactly what side of the platform it was, but I believe it was the northbound side. That's why we always say allegedly, because we don't have all the facts. Even when we do have all the facts, we only could report what they tell us, unless we physically see it ourselves. Like, I can physically tell you I see a medical examiner's vehicle in front, and they're, you know, why else would they be here if they're not picking up a body? So those are the potential facts.
Foster 101. For removal, 130 Dartmouth Street, first level stairway. Kilo 104.
Oh.
2 calls for Foster Street. It might be the same. 270 Foster, Love Party, 307 Foster.
Okay, 7. Show me by.
Everybody's met with a little bit confusion for the first couple of hours anyway. After that, hopefully things go back to normal. We'll keep our fingers crossed. And for some reason, I don't know if it's just the red line itself, but the red line tends to have a lot more accidents than the other lines. Not saying the other lines don't have accidents, but the red line seems to have more accidents than the other lines. And it could be because it's the most busiest line and it's the most used line.
Kilo 414.
I don't know.
414.
Show me clear for the code 1. Alpha 4. Check the West Park Plaza.
You guys catching the red line? Northbound or southbound?
Southbound to Braintree.
If you're going to Braintree, I think you got to go to downtown Crossing and catch the train that way. Yeah. You got to walk down here, take a right. You see downtown Crossing, catch the train going that way.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Like this. So I guess the ambassadors get off at 12 o'clock. So all the ambassadors went home. The T police have left the post. So everybody's kind of stuck, not knowing where to go. And right now there's no buses down there. But they should be coming back after they do their rounds.
12 Frank on the left, and you can take us off at 209 Harvard Street. You can also do that at 12 Frank.
Area of Academy Hill and Jackson Ave.
So they have to go down 2 different levels. Park Street is one level, but then the red line is a different level. And from what I understand, the city of Boston has some of the deepest and longest subway transit system. I could be wrong, but that's what I was hearing. That we definitely have the oldest. I know that for sure. But some of the red line stops are so deep underground. I think it is some of the deepest ones too. I don't know all the research on that, but some of my viewers might correct me later on. So like they're coming up now. I'm not sure if they have the actual. That's somebody else coming up. That's just a regular pedestrian taking the elevator. To give you an idea, the pedestrian traffic has died down substantially a good amount. So there's not as much people catching the shuttle bus as earlier. So it's, I guess most people who got off of work have gotten off of work and went to their respectful destinations there. Just a few stragglers that do want to get on the red line to go different locations. Maybe getting off of the late shift or whatever the case may be.
Kilo 4642. From backyard log party 124 no Nantum.
That kid looked like he's confused too. He doesn't know which way to go. If you're going northbound, you got to catch the shuttle this way. If you're going south, catch the train at Downtown Crossing. Yeah, that's where we're headed. Yeah, that's for the southbound side only though. Well, if you're going north, I think you're going this way to the shuttle bus.
You said the train's running at downtown.
But that's supposed to be for the southbound side. Double check though, but when you get down there, you'll figure it out. I believe the northbound is this side, southbound's on that side. I could be wrong, but that's what the other guy said. Like I said, I don't know everything. So this could be them coming out now.
Yep. While you're there, check on our friend, Prince Jump there. Bottom. Yeah.
All right, so they officially have removed the body from the subway station, and they are now exiting the Park Street station. Both of these people are on their cell phones. They have no clue. Both got headphones on, so they have no clue what's around them. Not even a clue at all. Alright guys, just want to show you a little activity in the city of Boston. We gotta be more vigilant more observant. We gotta try. Even myself, there's sometimes I'm not as vigilant as I should be. I'm not observant as I could be. But we gotta try to do better. We all could use some improvement. Starting with myself. I'm gonna head up out of here. Just want to give you the last of. I'm surprised no T spokesperson came to talk to the media. But I guess that will happen later on. We'll keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. All right, guys. Catch you guys on the next one. All right, guys. So the medical examiner has cleared. I have talked to several riders off camera. A few of them have emphasized that this area is always having accidents, whether it's the green line or the red line. There's always a delay. And one of them questioned the safety about the train platforms in general, saying sometimes people trip, sometimes they fall, sometimes they jump or they're pushed onto the tracks. Now, I knew some of it. I never knew it was that often. So I guess it's more often than we realize that people are getting shoved and pushed on the tracks. So it looks like more safety measures need to be done to prevent people from entering the tracks. In other countries like China, I think they have doors on the platform that only open when the train is there. So maybe if the T's going to spend $6 billion, maybe they might have to pick the most busiest stops and do a pilot run and see how those work out. So I'm going to head up out of here, guys. Just want to show you the activity happening down here at the Park Street, Boston Common area. Catch you guys in the next one. There's probably a lot more details that come out of this. Be safe. Be vigilant.